So here are just a few examples of the mediums you can use to form houses before we start the interior with your child. You can draw with crayons or waxies on a piece of paper, make a jelly tot structure of a house, use some felt or other materials you might have lying at home to build a house, some earbuds or toothpicks. I've cut out some shapes out of coloured paper to form this house. You could use a whiteboard, a plastic sleeve to draw on with a whiteboard marker for you to erase it when done to re-practice. And then I've done some cereal, use some Rice Krispies to write in a house. You can also use sand or some samp or meal. You could also use paint or drawing on outside on the pavement with some chalk. There are many ways we can practice drawing. Right. Now, after mastering the outside of the house and the shapes used to build a house, we are going to put on our classification cap and move on to the inside. I've divided my paper into 4 equal sections, adding kitchen, bathroom, bedroom and lounge. After this, you can add other rooms in the house, but let's start with the main 4. Now you will need scissors, glue and a house and home magazine to cut out things that belong in this room. Before we do that, I just want to show you a little tutorial on how we cut. So I've picked this paper, and obviously you can ask your child, where would you find knives, forks and a plate? And they should say the kitchen. Cutting is not about how this shape turns out, but more the format in which they cut. So make sure your child's scissors are appropriate for their fingers, so obviously not so huge. Putting a little smiley face on the thumb will help your child make sure that their thumb is always facing upwards, and your scissors should always face up as well, moving your fingers rather than the scissors, creating a overlock effect. So I will start at the beginning at the top of my paper, and as I move, my fingers will move instead of my scissors, keeping the scissors facing upwards. As your child cuts around the shape which they are cutting, they keep moving their fingers as to gain more control over their paper, and you keep going round until you have the desired effect. Right, so our paper is now done, and then we will take our glue, and we've already asked our child in which room will it go. They've said the kitchen. When gluing, it's best not to glue the paper, as the spatial awareness of how big an object is not as clear. It's better to put the paper on another paper unless your child doesn't glue as well, and then to pop some glue on and put it in the kitchen space, making sure to push down that our picture is all done. If there is a flap, you can teach them the method of lifting up the flap and popping some more glue on there and sticking it down beautifully. Right, let's continue with the rest of our house.